Hi, this is Jacob from WayToPlan on Etsy, and I'm here to walk you through our monthly budget tracker for Google Sheets. We have created this budget tracker to help you organize and improve your finances because we know organizing and keeping track of your finances can be overwhelming. But this budget tracker makes it really easy to get your finances in order. It's easy to use and easy to set up, and in this video I will show you how. When you open the monthly budget tracker, you will first see the yearly dashboard. And this is just a quick summary and quick overview of your financial data throughout the year. For example, on the top right, you will see a table that tracks your income and your expenses for each month of the year. And this is all automated, so you don't have to edit anything here. This will automatically be updated once you edit the monthly budget sheets. Then on the bottom you'll see two graphs. On the bottom left you'll see a graph that tracks your income versus expenses. So you can see for each month of the year whether your income was higher compared to your expenses or the other way around. Then on the bottom right you'll see a graph that tracks the total amount of money that you have saved throughout the year. The only thing you have to set up and edit in this sheet are the expense categories. The expense categories are used to categorize your expenses in the expense tracker on the monthly budget sheet, and I will show you how this works when we come to the monthly budget sheet. Besides this yearly dashboard, there are 12 more sheets included in this budget tracker, which you can see on the bottom. There are 12 tabs, one for each month. This can be used to navigate to the current month to track your finances for that month. For example, let's go to June. Over here you can see all your finances of this month. And as you can see, there are several sections, and I will guide you through each one of them. The first section is the monthly budget overview, and this is just a quick summary of your income, expenses, bills, savings, and debt payments for the current month. And this is all automated. This will automatically be updated once you edit one of the other sections. And what's good to know is that you only have to edit the white cells. For example, in this section, all the cells have a colored background. And that means that you should not edit these cells because it's automated. Other sections have white cells, and white cells means that you can and should edit them. For example, the next section is the income tracker, and here you can track your income, your different income sources for the month, and this section should be edited. For example, I can add another income source. First I have to select the date, and you can select the date by clicking twice on the first cell. Then you'll see a date picker where you can select the date. Then in the next cell you can specify the income source. So for now I add side business, and then in the last cell you can add the amount. So for example, I made $250 this month with my side business as an example. And then on the bottom you'll see the total income you have for this month, and that's automatically calculated as well. Next we have the cash flow diagram on the bottom. Here you can see at a glance how you spent your money this month. What part of your money went to expenses, to bills, to savings, and to debt payments. Then we have the expense tracker, and this works very similar to the income tracker. Here you can track your expenses, and you do that by first selecting a date, then a expense category, and you can select a category by clicking on the arrow. And then you'll see a drop-down menu, and these are the expense categories that you set up on the yearly dashboard. So if you're missing any category, you can go back to the yearly dashboard and add the category that you want. Then you can add the description. Then in the last column you can add the amount. And once you added it, it will automatically update the graphs and the budget summary. On the bottom you'll see the total of the expenses this month, and after I added this new expense, it's also reflected in the cash flow diagram on the bottom and also in the monthly budget overview on the top left. The next section I will show you is the bill tracker. Here you can track your bills. You can enter a description, a due date and the amount, and you can check it off once it's done. Below the bill tracker you will find the savings and debt payments trackers, and these are used to track your savings and your debt payments, and they will hopefully motivate you to save money throughout the month and to pay off your debts. Now if we scroll to the right, we will reach the end of this monthly budget sheet, and here you see the expense budget summary, and all you have to do here is to set up your budget for each of the expense categories. So for example, for groceries you can enter the maximum amount you would like to spend on groceries this month. And then in the next column that says actual, you will see the actual amount you have spent on groceries this month. And this is based on the expense tracker. So this will be updated once you add some grocery expenses over there. Then in the last column that says difference, you will see the difference between your budget and the actual amount you have spent so far. So you will be able to see how much more you can spend this month or whether or not you stayed within your budget. Then on the bottom you will see a graph that tracks your budget versus the actual amount you spent for each of the expense categories. So you can see at a glance whether or not you stayed within your budget for each of the categories. That's all there is when it comes to this monthly budget tracker. As you can see, it's a comprehensive budget tracker, but it's also easy to use at the same time. So hopefully it will be really helpful for you. I will leave a link to this budget tracker in the description below, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment or send us a message on Etsy.